Remember, Arvind Kejriwal is going to be joining in Aam Aadmi Party Rajya Sabha MP Sanjay Singh, who has been shifted from jail number 2 to jail number 5. The former Deputy Chief Minister, again behind bars in the Delhi's excise policy case, has been kept in jail number 1. Satyendra Jain, the former Health Minister, has been kept in jail number 7. In another case, prisoners related to ED and CBI are kept in this particular jail. K. Kavita, BRS MLC, has been kept in the lady jail number 6. There are a total of 9 jails in Tihar. There are about 12,000 prisoners. Let's get you details about the routine. How does it look like for a prisoner behind bars? As soon as the sun rises in the morning, the cells and barracks of the prison are opened up. Tea and bread are served for prisoners at about 6:30 a.m. After taking a bath, he has to go to court or have a meeting. He gets ready for it. Around 10:30 and 11, 1 dal, vegetable, 5 chapatis. The prisoner who does not want to eat roti can take rice. Then it is closed from 12 to 3 p.m. Then at 3 o'clock, the prisoners are once again opened up and tea and biscuits are given. A cup of tea with 2 biscuits. Then around 4 p.m., if any lawyer wants to meet, then he can do so. Then dinner is served at 5:30 p.m. It includes 1 dal, 1 vegetable and 5 chapatis, rice. For those who do not want to have chapatis, they have the option of having rice. Then at about 6:30 or 7, when the sun sets, all prisoners are locked in their cells. Prisoners also can watch TV from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m., in which 18 to 20 channels can be seen, news, entertainment, sports. If anyone has any physical problem in jail, doctors are also available at all times. These are details that we have with us, giving us a glimpse, Shreya, of how life is going to look like for the Delhi Chief Minister, Arvind Kejriwal, from today onwards.
Well, you know, Sneha, this is the jail manual. The jail manual says that a day for a prisoner in the Tihar jail starts from 6:30 in the morning. From then onwards, they are given a breakfast, they're given a lunch. Subsequently, after 2, they are again sent back to their respective barracks. At 4 is when they again come out, if at all there is any meeting with their lawyers, respectively, that takes place. And then by 7, Sneha, the day ends in Tihar, everyone goes back to the jail. But it's also important to point out that it's not they're disconnected completely from what happens from the outside world. From say morning 8 till 11, TV channels are available, where you can see news, where you can see sports. So the Chief Minister, the sitting Chief Minister, can still be in jail and he can get an update of what really is transpiring. Especially we are talking about a time when the Lok Sabha elections are closing in. How the Aam Aadmi Party uses this entire things to politically motivate their cadre is a very big thing that we'll have to wait for. But important to point out that all their number 1, number 2, number 3 leaders are now behind the bars. They are all in Tihar jail. Be it Manish Sisodia, be it Satyendra Jain, be it Sanjay Singh, and now Arvind Kejriwal will soon be joining them. So it will be an interesting thing, because when the prisoners are taken out, Arvind Kejriwal, I mean, it's something important to point out that how things will transpire, but this will be an extremely heavy security, because we're talking about the sitting Delhi Chief Minister who will now be there inside the Tihar jail. What happens from now, whether he will be allowed to continue as a Chief Minister, operate the government from inside Tihar jail, set a precedent, is something that we'll have to wait for. But as of now, he will be going to Tihar jail. We are yet to get a final clarity on which jail number he will be sent to, but 12,000 prisoners is what Tihar houses right now. Heavy security there. All are the ones accused in this. So the likes of Sanjay Singh to the likes of Kavita, they are all inside the Tihar jail right now.
Politically, the ramifications of this, Shreya, are huge, isn't it? The sitting Chief Minister, is he going to be operating from Tihar jail? Is that even possible? Because you did talk to us about how earlier petitions to this effect, preventing him from working from ED custody, have in fact been discarded by courts. Essentially, he isn't going to be, at least for the next 15 days, be in a position to campaign for the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. Here is the man, not just the Chief Minister, he is also the national convener of the Aam Aadmi Party. Politically, things look very difficult for the AAP right now, isn't it?
Well, the Aam Aadmi Party somewhere down the line might just want to use this as a sympathy to garner votes in the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. It is really difficult to call it off right now for the Aam Aadmi Party. Even if Arvind Kejriwal is right now going to go to Tihar jail, we are talking of a time where campaigns do not really depend only on rallies and elections. The narratives, the perception that's also driven through social media, digital time, it will be important to see how Aam Aadmi Party proceeds from now, because for once it's sure that AAP is suggesting that this is a political witch hunt that is to be done. The ED is acting on the behest of the central government. They've been positioning that since day one. Whether that will be reflecting on their electorate, whether their electorate will be believing that answer also is something that we will be getting from 3 months from now, once the election results are also announced. But the Aam Aadmi Party will definitely make this a political stunt, Sneha. If we look at the track record of the Aam Aadmi Party, they have been successful in using sympathy to the best of their benefits. Whether they will be able to do that one more time is something that we'll have to wait and watch for time to tell.
The next 15 days for the Delhi Chief Minister is going to be in Delhi's Tihar jail. The ED in its arguments before court, the plea, of course, we know was accepted, has spoken about the fact that he's refused to, in fact, even acknowledge that he had any dealings with Vijay Nair. He said he was not even reporting to me. The ED says, how was that even possible? Just get us a set of arguments that have been made by the Enforcement Directorate today, Shreya.
Well, what Enforcement Directorate largely has presented before the court, Sneha, today
in credentials,
says he's not
to proceed with the investigation based on a statement.
This juncture to proceed with the investigation based on his statements. That is the reason why we are seeing our Enforcement Directorate suggest that let him go for judicial custody. Our investigation will be parallelly proceeding when we require his custody further because of the latest developments that's happened in the Supreme Court, and basing on the Senthil Balaji judgment, ED is saying that even after the first 15 days, we're still in the right to get custody when required. So that is something that the Enforcement Directorate will be banking on. As of now, what the ED will
from the devices that they're still not being able to log in. What we understand that the CBI might come into the picture from here onward, as we were already discussing earlier, Sneha. It was the Central Bureau of Investigation which was the first to register an FIR in this particular case in 2022, and subsequently we saw the investigation proceeded. So that's the reason CBI in all likelihood will be going to Tihar jail, arresting Arvind Kejriwal and then moving court to seek his remand. That is something that we will be seeing in the days to come, and as we've already reported based on our sources from the Central Bureau of Investigation. But ED today was very clear that there has been no cooperation from the side of Arvind Kejriwal so far as the investigation is concerned. They've also gone ahead to suggest that Vijay Nair, who till now in their investigation has been established as a close aide of Arvind Kejriwal, a middleman who is working between South Party.
In a moment from now, Shreya getting us up to speed with what is expected